In this video, we'll explain the types of Explore pages that are available in Elastic Security and what data they respectively show at both the overview and detailed views. We'll start with the host page. This page provides a comprehensive overview of all known hosts and host-related security events. It includes key performance indicator charts, data tables, and interactive widgets that let you view specific data, drill down for deeper insights, and interact with the timeline for further investigation. At the top, you'll find the host KPI charts. On the left, you'll find the host count. This provides a unique count of the hosts and a histogram showing their presence in Elastic during the selected time range from the time picker. On the right, you'll find the unique IPs KPI chart. This provides a unique count of both the source and destination IP address and a similar histogram as well as a bar chart showing those unique counts. Now let's look at the data tables. This is broken up into a couple of tabs. First is the All Host tab. This shows high-level host details. You can also see that the hosts are hyperlinked and will take you to the specific host detail page, which we'll show you in a second. As you hover over them, you can also see that you can interact with them by filtering in, adding to timeline, going and seeing the top hosts in general within Elastic, and also using it to copy to the clipboard. Next is the Uncommon Processor tab. This shows all the uncommon processes that are running across all the hosts. The Anomalies tab, which shows the number of anomalies that are being detected by machine learning jobs. The Events tab, which shows all hosts events. And this is the same as the events histogram in the Overview dashboard page as well. To display events received from external monitoring tools, scroll down and you can see that there's a section here called Show Only External Alerts on the right. This then allows you to be able to see information from just external sources, not just the ones that Elastic have brought up. Next, you also have Host Risk, which shows the latest recorded host risk score for each host and its host risk classification, and Sessions. These are Linux processor events that can be opened in the session view. It allows you to examine Linux process data at a hierarchical level where it's available. As you can see within the events table, these work and have similar inline actions as before. So you have the ability to open and look at actions and alerts directly within the tool itself, as well as add to timeline and perform other actions such as investigate and analyze the event. Next, let's take a look at the host detail view. You can access this by clicking on one of the hosts from this page. From here, you can see that it displays all relevant information for the selected host. So the host details page includes the following sections: summary at the top, some metrics in the middle, and data tables beneath. So focusing on the summary first. The details that it shows include things like the host ID, when the host was first and last seen, the associated IP addresses, and the associated operating system. If the host risk score feature is enabled, you'll also see this here. Scrolling down, you'll then see the alerts metrics section. This shows the total number of alerts by severity, rule, and status, whether it's open, acknowledged, or closed. And then you'll see a variety of different tables. These are similar to the tables on the host page, except that the values are just for the selected host in this particular situation. Next, let's look at the network page. The network page provides key network activity metrics in an interactive map and also provides network event metrics and data tables. You can add items of interest from the network view to timeline for further investigation. Let's look at the map. The map provides an interactive visual overview of your network traffic. You're able to hover over sources and destinations in here to show more information such as host names and IP addresses. There are several ways that you can drill down. You can click on a point or hover over host names to then use it as a filter to focus in or exclude it from what you're looking at the moment. Click on the host name to take you to the hosts page for that particular host, and also click on the IP address that takes you to the IP specific details page. Underneath the map, you'll find a number of widgets that show a number of particular stats. You'll find ones for the network events, the number of DNS queries, unique flow IDs, and the TLS handshakes across your network. Similar to the other page from the hosts, you'll see a number of the private IP address counts from both the source and destination and where they've been seen in the Elastic data across a period of time. Below that, you can then find a number of data tables specific with the network view. First is the flows view. This shows the source and destination top talkers and geo countries where geo-resoluted from. Next, we have the DNS view. This shows all the DNS network queries that have been conducted. HTTP shows all the HTTP requests. TLS handshake details under the TLS section. Anomalies discovered by anything from the machine learning jobs. And for the events tab, we can see all the same network events as you could see in the overview dashboard, including the same inline actions as well. But here you can see we've got a number of aspects, including the IP address fields in here and the host names that you can click into to see those details. Now let's take a look at one of the IP details pages. If I select one of these IP addresses from here, and then in the flyout select the IP address, I can see related network information for the selected IP. This page includes a number of different sections. The top section, which includes general details such as the location, when the IP address was first seen and last seen, any associated host IDs and host names, as well as validation information about the reputation where possible. We also have a number of alert metrics, including the total number of alerts by severity, rule, and status, and a number of data tables. And these are the same ones as on the main network page, except with the values filtered for the IP address instead of all of the IP addresses in the main overview table. Last but not least, let's take a look at the user's dashboard. This page provides an overview of user data to help you understand authentication and user behavior within your environments. It contains KPI charts, data tables, and interactive widgets that let you view specific data and drill down for deeper insights. For the KPI charts, they show the total number of users and successful and failed user authentications within the time range specified in the date picker. Data in the KPI charts are visualized through a number of different visualizations, from the histograms to the linear bar charts. This can be useful for identifying unusual authentication events that a user or a compromised user could be performing that's worth a closer look. When you hover over the KPI charts themselves, you'll see the Actions menu. There are a number of things you can then perform in here with this information from the visualization, as well as adding to a new or an existing case or explore in Lens further as a starting point for an investigation. This makes it more streamlined to follow up the next step of your investigation or seamlessly just document your evidence without breaking your focus away from the user's page itself. Below are the data tables, which are useful for viewing specific types of data. You can select a relevant tab to view the following details. First is the All Users view. This provides a chronological list of the user names, when they were last active, and their associated domains. When you click a hyperlinked username, this will take you to the details view, which we'll cover shortly. Authentications provide a chronological list of user authentication events and associated details, such as the number of successes and failures, and the host name of the last successful destination. Anomalies highlight unusual activity discovered by the machine learning jobs that contain user data. The events show all of the ingested events that contain the user.name field. You can stack this by event.action as well as the event.dataset or the event.module fields, as shown in this drop down here. To display events received from external monitoring tools, you can just scroll down again like with the others and just click Show Only External Alerts. The events table includes again the same inline actions as described before from the other pages around focusing and analyzing data. The last one is then user risk, which provides the latest recorded user risk score for each user and its user classification. Now let's take a look at the user's detail page. If I scroll down and then click one of the users and then click the users button here on the flyout, we'll then see a page that shows the relevant information for the selected user, and it contains the following sections of information. The summary, such as the user ID, when the user was first and last seen, the associated IP addresses with it, anything to do with the operating system, as well as what we know about the user risk score and clarifications where possible. Worth noting that the IP addresses are also hyperlinked, which take you to the IP address details page as shown earlier in the other videos. Below, we then have the alert metrics for this particular user. So this shows the total number of alerts by severity, rule, and status related to them, making it easier to identify the security activities that are directly linked to this user. Last are the data tables. These are the same data tables that exist in the main users page, except with the values for the selected users filtered rather than showing all the users as in the previous page.